it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. So as a lot of you guys know, the Warped Tour lineup for 2017 came out about a week ago, and there have been a lot of mixed feelings about it. I know a lot of people really are not excited about the lineup this year. There's a bunch of people I know who usually go who aren't because of the lineup, and you know, it's kind of crazy this year. Now some of you might not know, I am going to be going to Warped Tour this year, and this will actually be my first year I've ever gone to Warped Tour. I really wish I went last year because last year's lineup was literally insane. So many of my favorite bands were there last year. I wish I could have gone. Especially because compared to this year, not many of my favorite bands or bands that I know of and currently listen to are going. And that's why I feel like making this Warped Tour my first Warped Tour experience is kind of sad, only because last year I feel like would have been such a better experience because there would have been way more bands there that I like. However, I am going this year and I'm very excited. For those wondering, I'm going to be going to the Long Island date. It's right across from Jones Beach, and yeah, I'm super excited to be going to that date. I think it's going to be so much fun. But yes, I'm super excited for Warped Tour this year. So in this video, I thought I would let you guys know what I think of the lineup and what bands I'm really excited to see. So like I said, there's actually only 2 bands going this year that I really listen to and genuinely already like, that I have already checked out. I've actually seen them both live before and I'm super excited to see them again. But the rest of these bands are bands that I've just started to check out, I've never seen live, but I am excited to discover. These are, by the way, in alphabetical order. And yeah, here we go. The first band I'm really excited to see is American Authors. I like a few of their songs. Of course, the usual Best Day of My Life song. I like that song. There's also a few others that I've heard by them that I didn't actually know was them until I kind of looked them up and I was like, oh yeah, I have these songs. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to see them. I think they're a fun band. I think at a summer setting like Warped Tour, they could be really, really good live. And I'm very excited to see them. The next band is one of the 2 bands that I have seen live. I recently just saw them a few months ago. They are one of my favorite post-hardcore bands and just one of my favorite bands ever. I met them, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, and that is Beartooth. I love Beartooth so much. Like I said, they're one of my favorite post-hardcore bands. They're just so good. And as a lot of you guys know, if you watched one of my concert vlogs in November, I met them, I got to go to their signing, and they were all so sweet, and I'm just so excited to see them live again because that show that I went to for the Aggressive Tour was seriously insane. I think they're definitely one of the best live bands that are going to Warped Tour this year, and honestly, if you are into post-hardcore stuff and you haven't checked them out, please check them out, go to their set during Warped Tour, watch them live, because their live performance is insane. They really just get the crowd involved, and it's just such a fun party, and it's just so awesome. So I am definitely super excited for their set. Also, I'm hoping to maybe be able to like run into Caleb again or like meet them again, and I'm just curious to see if Caleb would remember me, honestly, because I don't know, I think that'd be pretty cool. The next band I'd like to see during Warped Tour is Bless the Fall. Now this is a band that I've been meaning to check out for a very long time. I don't know why it's taken me such a long time to check them out. Also, I've heard that they are amazing live, and I'm just super excited to see them and check out their music, and I listened to it already recently and I've been loving it, and I'm like, once again, why have I not checked them out? This is totally a band for me. I've heard such good things about them live and I really, really enjoy their music, so I'm super excited to get into them. Next we have a pop punk band that is another band, I don't know why I haven't checked them out, and that is Boston Manor. I seriously have already started listening to their most recent album and I love it. They're one of the few pop punk bands on the Warped Tour lineup this year. Honestly, not a lot of pop punk, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are annoyed about this year's lineup. Luckily, I'm into post-hardcore and just hardcore stuff, so like I'm fine with seeing some new metal bands and stuff like that. However, I know a lot of people like pop punk more. But this is a great pop punk band that everybody needs to check out. I don't know why I didn't check them out sooner, but I just started listening to their most recent album and it is amazing, so I am so excited to see them play. They're also playing on the Full Sail stage, which is the smallest stage, and I think that'd be really fun to see them at that small stage because you're able to get really close, and I just think it's going to be like a very intimate setting and a very intimate stage, so I'm very excited. Next we have Counterparts, who is another band that I've heard of from people that I trust, and I've heard of them by people that it's like, okay, if this person likes them, I'm assuming I'm gonna like them. So I just started listening to them and I really do like them and I'm excited. The next band is Creeper, who's a band that I'm sure a lot of you have like started to hear about because they're super popular in the UK, not very popular in America, but they're getting to be more popular here, and I've heard great things about them. They actually just came out with a new album like yesterday, so I have got to check that out. But yeah, I am so excited to see them live and to listen to them, and I just cannot wait to get into them because I've heard such good things. Next we have a band that I actually know a few songs by but never really got really into them, and that is I Prevail. And I don't know why I haven't given them more of a chance. They've done a few really cool covers that I like, and I don't know why I literally just haven't listened to more of their discography, because I started listening to them and they're great, and I think they're one of those bands that's kind of I wouldn't call them pop punk, but they're not super heavy, you know what I mean? Some of their songs are, but they kind of go back and forth. They're sort of like Beartooth in the sense that yes, there is screaming, but then there's also parts where it's just kind of the lead singer singing. So I really enjoy them, and I'm very excited to see them live. Next we have another one of those bands that just from people who told me that they like them, I trust those people and I'm assuming I'm gonna like it too, and that is Knocked Loose. Just another band that is a bit harder, definitely, but I'm very excited to check them out, and you know, I feel like I'm gonna like them. Some of these bands, it's okay, I might end up liking, I might not, but I'm excited to give them a try and just start listening to them. Now, next we have a band that I don't know why I haven't checked them out yet. I've heard of them forever, and they've been around for a very long time, and that is Memphis Mayfire. They're actually a little harder than I thought they were. For some reason I thought they were more pop punk, but then I started listening to them and there's some screaming in there, which I'm totally cool with because I really enjoy it. The screaming just kind of comes in at these certain moments, and I really do like it. And yeah, I'm just very excited because I know they have a huge fan base. I know a lot of people like them. They've been around for a very long time, and I'm just literally just so late to the party on this, but I'm very excited to listen to them. Next, we have a band that is starting to actually get popular, and they're so underrated, and that is Microwave. I know a lot of people are starting to like them and find them. I just started listening to them, but they're still super underrated, and they are so good. They kind of remind me of 90s rock type stuff, and I just think they're very unique, especially for Warped Tour. They don't really have that classic Warped Tour sound, which I really like. They're unique, and I think they're finally gonna get some recognition because of Warped Tour. They're probably gonna get super popular eventually, and they really deserve it because these guys are so unique, and their sound is just so much fun. Once again, someone that you kind of expect to be on a summer tour. I just feel like they're very summery and fun and 90s rock sounding, and I'm super excited to see them live. Next we have another one of those bands that I'm just starting to check out that I think is gonna blow up, definitely, and that is Movements. And I know it's another band that people are starting to talk about and being wow, why have I not listened to them before? And Warped Tour is definitely gonna get them way more popular, and they deserve it because they really mix that element of post-hardcore screaming with pop punk. Once again, they're one of those type of bands, and I really do love it. And a lot of these bands that I'm mentioning are performing on the Full Sail stage, which I'm really excited for because that way I can get that intimate setting type feel with them, and I'm just so excited to listen to these guys. And so many people that I know have, really love them, and I trust them, so I'm very excited to listen to them. Now we have that one other band that I've already seen live. I'm a huge fan of these guys, literally one of my favorite pop punk bands ever. This is also the band that when everybody's the band I'm most excited to see, this is the one everyone talks about. This is the band that I believe everybody is most excited to see. The band that I think is what's bringing a lot of people to Warped Tour. I could be wrong, but just what I'm hearing, everybody's oh my god, I hate the lineup, but I'm gonna go to see this band. And honestly, I don't blame them because this band is so talented. I'm sure most of you guys know who I'm talking about. Yes, if you were thinking Neck Deep, then you are right. Oh, I love Neck Deep so much. I've been a huge fan of them since end of 2015. I started listening to them kind of right after Life's Not Out to Get You came out, and that's what made me a huge fan of them. I saw them live for the first time in March of 2016 on the AP tour, and they are amazing live. One of my favorite live bands. They are so talented and they just blow me away. Their live show is it's like a party. It's so amazing. They were at Warped Tour 2 years ago. I saw some videos when they were there, and just looked like they were so much fun. So I'm very excited to see them now on that Warped Tour setting versus just on a tour. But yeah, I was wondering when I get to see them live again, and the fact that I get to is just so amazing because, like I said, their live shows are like a party. Everyone's just singing along, and I think the reason why a lot of people are I'm going because of Neck Deep, or oh, Neck Deep's going, duh, I'm just gonna go, they're my favorite band to see there, is because they are one of the true pop punk bands that are going. And like I said, there aren't a lot of pop punk bands that are going to be on Warped Tour this year, and they're the one pop punk band that is probably most known. So I think their set is gonna be huge. It's probably gonna be very, very packed. But either way, I'm really excited to see them live. They're super fun, really nice guys. And I'm so excited that I get to see them live again because they were so amazing the first time. I remember being blown away. Definitely for the AP tour, they were the best band that was on that tour. In my opinion, the best live band. So just one of my favorite live bands, and I cannot wait to see them again. Next we have the band Silverstein. And if I'm a fan of Beartooth, like why am I not a fan of Silverstein? Have you ever heard of Silvertooth? Yeah, duh. I really needed to check out Silverstein, and this is giving me a very good excuse to do so because they're very similar to Beartooth in the sense that they're like, you know, post-hardcore, and everyone has been tweeting both Silverstein and Beartooth. They're like, is there gonna be any Silvertooth action during Warped Tour? Because that would be so amazing. But yeah, I just started listening to them, and wow, why have I not checked them out sooner? They're great, very good band, and I'm very excited to see them live and hoping for some Silvertooth action. The second to last band that I'm super excited to see at Warped Tour is the one with their words, not mine. They said that they have like the stupidest name on the tour, and not saying I agree with that, but their name is definitely something. Their name definitely stood out to me, and that is Stacked Like Pancakes. What? This is a band of 7 guys, and 3 of them are trumpeteers, which I think is so cool. And the funniest thing was if you guys watched like the Warped Tour lineup announcement live feed, they played live that night, and people are literally moshing to trumpets and rap. No hate if you were doing that, like you mosh to whatever you want, but I just found that really, really funny. But I was really blown away by their live performance that night during that live stream because, first of all, they did a little 21 Pilots cover, which is pretty funny, and then they did a song that they said was inspired to them by 21 Pilots, where the lead singer was once again kind of like rapping and talking similar to Tyler, and I was just super blown away because between the rapping and talking and the trumpets and like, then there was also drums, and I don't know, I think that they're a very unique act. These guys are definitely one of the most unique acts on the Warped Tour lineup, and I'm very excited to see them. I don't know, I think they're just a lot different from any of the other bands that are going, and I really cannot wait to listen to some of their music. So after seeing that live stream, I was like, who are these guys? Like, where did they come from? And they're very unique, and I cannot wait to check them out. And last band that I'm hoping to see on Warped Tour is another one that's actually recently been really blowing up, and that is Trophy Eyes, who are like a pop punk, more on the heavier side of pop punk, I guess more of a post-hardcore pop punk band. They're a lot of things, but I really, really like them, and their most recent album is so good. I don't know why I haven't checked them out more recently, but I was so excited when I saw that they were going to Warped Tour because I've heard that once again they are really good live, and I cannot wait to see them. But there you guys go. Those are all of the bands that I'm hoping to see on Warped Tour. Obviously, I mean, that was kind of a lot I just mentioned. I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna get into all of them. I'm gonna start listening to all of them. Some of them I might end up being like, you know what, this isn't for me. I don't really want to see them live. You know, I just end up not getting into them or something. But these are all the bands that really stood out to me that I've heard good things about that I'm totally gonna give a chance to. And I'm very excited. Also because there were so many, and even if I end up liking them all, I might not be able to see all of them, you know, because some sets might overlap. Obviously, I'm definitely gonna see Beartooth. I'm definitely gonna see Nephtys because ironically, like, those are the 2 I've already seen live, but they're so good. Like, oh, if you aren't doing anything and either one of those bands are playing, you need to go check them out because they are amazing. But I'm also super excited to see bands like Boston Manor and Movements and Microwave. Like, there's so many bands that I've never seen live that I've heard so many good things about. So if you're one of those people that's like, you know, there's not really many bands that I like that are going to Warped Tour, I'm not really gonna go. There's a lot of bands that are really good, that are up-and-coming bands that are just, you need to check them out and give them a chance. And also, Warped Tour is a great place for discovering new bands, so that's what I'm hoping will happen. I'm sure I'll probably discover more bands that aren't even on this list at Warped Tour just by walking by some sets and hearing some live bands. So I'm very excited for Warped Tour. I can't believe I'm going. It's taken a while, but I'm finally going to Warped Tour this year, guys, and I'm super excited. Let me know if any of you guys are also going to the Long Island date. But yeah, also I really want to hear what you guys have to say about the lineup. What do you guys think about it? And what bands are you excited to see? Also, if there are any other bands that I haven't mentioned today that you think I would like and you want me to check out, please let me know. I'm probably gonna look back on the lineup list and like maybe check out a few other ones that people are talking about. These are just the ones that really caught my eye when I first saw the lineup, but you never know. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and please subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye!